right, man. Let's talk about a potential match versus Errol Spence and Tszyu. Like I said a month ago, I'm gonna keep harping. I usually don't. Uh, I usually don't pat myself on the back too much on here. But like I said before, you know, Tszyu had already said he didn't want to fight Terrence Crawford, whatever reason it was. Um, and so he took Keith Thurman, knowing that the winner would get Errol Spence. That's why he keep bringing up Errol Spence. How many times you see somebody bring up a guy coming off a loss? You don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a Canelo or Mike Tyson or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start to kind of actually see that a little bit. It's when they start bringing up those guys they got money, and then you say after a loss, Errol Spence not in that tax bracket or in that pulling power. I don't care what y'all say. I've been saying it. I said it again and 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 again. All right. Um, but nonetheless, the matchup is interesting. Now you had Bomac who turned around and said that, oh man, he gonna whoop on he gonna whoop on Tim Zoo. You know what I'm saying? That was Bomac said. Bomac said, Earl will beat Tim Zoo. I disagree. Jeff Mayweather was right. I did a video about what Jeff Mayweather said when he said, excuse me, he said that Errol Spence need to take some tune-ups. Now, if you missed the live last I don't know what I'm gonna post this. I might post this Thursday. If you missed the live Wednesday and we went live, I think Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, win 4 days in a row. So um so I went live 4 days in a row because I got sick Thursday. So I don't let me see real quick. I think we went live last week 3 times or 4 if you could, Saturday, Sunday is supposed to be the start of a new week. So last week, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, so last week we went 2 times, 3 times last week. Yeah. We went 3 times last week. Pause. So yeah, I ended up getting I got food poisoning and shit. And then on the weekend, I probably was just being lazy and shit. But so everybody gonna have a different opinion. But Jeff is right. Errol Spence should take 3 or 4 tune-ups. I said the same thing about Jamal Charlo, but they just in a position where they on the side of the street where they just don't have the opportunity to tune up like that. And that's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't have the opportunity to really, had a date, or they don't want to take the financial setback because they guess what, if you lose the tune-up being the big money with Tim Zoo or whoever else out there, that money it been gone. All right. So when you don't got that bread, it's a wrap. But to continue on, that's a smart thing to do. You know, get in back in condition, see where you are physically. See, Wilder had one tune up versus Lanius. It lasted for like 10 seconds. And look what happened. It didn't help him. They gotta get back active between him, Jamal Charlo, Jamel Charlo. They gotta get back active. You know what I'm saying? And really, with the lack of activity throughout their career, they have not progressed in the manner in which they should have progressed due to the lack of activity. These dudes should have about 40, 50 fights already. Kind of something the pace that Boots was on before he started fucking with PBC. That's the proper repetition. I mean, Hagler had 40 something fights when he got his first title shot. I think Michael Nunn had 30 something fights. That repetition is why, they're not as good as they really should be at this point in their career. And I keep saying that. Okay. Um, but excuse me. But as far as the matchup, um, you know, he got to beat Tim. When you move up, you beat guys with your speed. But when people see you get beat and they see the deficiencies, which is one thing, a lot of these guys say they don't watch tape. You have some trainers that say they don't watch tape. No cap. You got some trainers that say they don't watch tape. Oh no, I don't really watch these guys. And you see why a lot of these guys, didn't know how to beat Errol Spence. I did a whole video. I don't know if it's still on Instagram, breaking down Errol Spence, and then he got to get a new coach as well too. I did a whole video breaking him down and the deficiencies that he made. And every deficiency I showed on Instagram, Terrence Crawford took advantage of it. I said he squared up too much, right? I said he squared up too much. I said he didn't bring his hands back home. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All of the deficiencies that he had, Terrence Crawford exposed them. Terrence Crawford exposed them. Now, can Tim Tszyu do the same? I mean, when you know it's there, now you know, okay, now we know, now we know how to attack him. That's the difference. Now we know how to attack him. That's the difference. Now I know how to go there and attack his deficiencies in my own way. And when you got a guy that make those defensive mistakes, you take advantage of them. You take advantage of them. And what Errol Spence, probably gonna try to do is be what he gonna try to do is probably outwork Tim Tszyu. He gonna have to use his speed advantage. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to use his jab. But the real question is, the real question is, you know, what happened when he get hit? That's the $1 million question. What happened when he get touched? What's that song by Marion? Just back into it and let it touch. We cannot lose. And let it touch. That's the number one thing. What happened when he get touched? And I told y'all this. Then the people say, "Oh, CJ, you was hating." I told you the nigga wasn't that good, bro. I was like, dude, he ain't that good, man. Car accident or not, man, he made a lot of basic fundamental mistakes. I was like, man, look what his chin at is. Look all his weight is on his front foot, over his front foot. These are all things that I brought up, and like I said before, can Tim Tszyu take advantage of that? And I think he. I mean, if he beat Win Sunday, Saturday, I think he can versus Fondor, which I'm picking Fondor to win. My niggas out there in Oakland say, "Oh, mamas, I'm picking Fondor to win." Yeah. I'm picking Fondor to win all day, nigga. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Could be wrong as Lizzo and a thong. And my koala in her laugh voice. I get that sound clip. But definitely could be wrong. But nonetheless, I just feel that I just feel like Tim Tszyu, as long as he don't take too much damage in his next fight, I feel like, he on the up and up. You know? And Spence just made too many defensive mistakes. And when you move up in weight, those defensive mistakes, they become they become more how can I say it? They become more of a problem. They become more of a problem when you make those defensive mistakes because these guys hit harder. These guys are naturally bigger. Some of them a little bit rangier. Some of them, when you make those mistakes, they make you pay for them. They make you pay for them. So don't forget that they make you pay for them. So and a lot of his ability to get away what he was doing at welterweight was because he had a physical advantage. Now that gap is closed. That gap is closed. It really is. That gap is closed. You know, that gap is closed. So now that becomes a problem. So, uh, so, but yeah, depending on what happens Saturday, I like Tim Tszyu versus Errol Spence. You know, especially with no tune up. But then he a man that said he don't want no tune up, no tune ups. But the crazy thing about, or he don't believe rematch, and he said that too. But the thing about it is, sometimes you gotta move wiser and smarter. But when you got your money, focus on the bread. When your money is all focused on money, when your mind is focused on money, you make a lot of mistakes. When your mind is focused on strictly money and strictly pussy, you know, you make a lot of mistakes. Men out here, a lot of mistakes. You know, and I think Tszyu is just too heavy-handed, too fresh, too spry. Errol Spence is gonna have to beat him with speed and experience in his range. In his range. Now if Errol Spence win, that just make Terrence Crawford look that much better, right? But they gotta move the goalpost back. Well, see, if this Earl Spence showed up and he did deal, okay, him and Tim Tszyu fight for the WBC, assuming Tim dropped the WBO not to fight Bud, then hey man, what Jeezy say on Boys in the Hood? You was stored anyway, so bring it stack. You know what I'm saying? So bring your ass back. Bring your ass back, Errol Spence. Bring your ass back. Pause. And run it back. And then we can see. But they don't want that. They don't want those problems. Like little Scrappy said, you don't want the problems, problems. Who? You don't want the problems with me. Come on, man. A little Scrappy reference was not on the bingo card for this video. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. The link tree, find me on X, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Kick, Twitch. I mean everywhere, man. Check out my other YouTube channels. All that's in the link tree. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to Rangy for donating as well too all week. Peace.